Yes, people, welcome back to Vinny's Voice. I'm joined by the one and only JDM. JDM, how
Hello,
are you?
hello, hello. I'm well, man. I'm doing well. I feel well. How are you feeling today, man?
Feeling good. I mean, I got up like what, just an hour ago? Because, well, I'm in Australia if you don't know. So,
Oh, you are?
yeah, so it's like 8:30 on the 17th.
I didn't even know that, man.
Yeah,
Bro, thank you for this opportunity, bro. I should be saying thank you. Oh my God. Thank you, bro.
so all good. Thank you for you guys. Sometimes some of you guys been hitting me in the DMs though, and you've been responding, and the other guys have been responding to my DMs. So it's good to keep the consistency with the interviews, even if like let's just say the quote unquote big names aren't too
Mhm.
responsive. Now, firstly, we're going to talk about your exhibition fight on Breakout 7. Obviously, that was a pullout.
Mhm.
How do you think that fight was, and would you say you were still like gutted about obviously not having scheduled your main fight before the exhibition?
Um, with the Jacob Nate thing, I was really annoyed because it's like I worked really hard for that fight. I sacrificed a lot for that fight,
Yeah.
and I was having weight issues, but I still made the weight perfectly. And just for him to like kind of pull out, which I want to believe it, at the same time I don't. A foot injury, I was like, bro, I guess. So like the fact that like shout out Leslie Gomez,
Mhm.
still got me an opponent. Shout out Pat Typlusion, still made sure I got there all safe and everything. It was like, bro, I did what I had to do at the end of that. At the end of the
Yeah,
day, yeah.
yeah, for sure, for sure. Now, keeping along the same lines of Breakout oh 07, the big news since, well, after the event, Pascal and SOG, that fight. I had an interview with Pascal yesterday, posted a clip, and let's just say things got slightly heated on Twitter with the comment. They were commenting a lot. I think a lot of people got, not a lot of people, but a couple of people got involved. Uh, as someone who was there at the fight, who could
Mhm.
watch it, who maybe watched it up close as opposed to from a screen, what did you make of that fight, and do you think the decision was right at the end of the day?
Well, fun fact, I was the cameraman for that fight.
Oh
I was like,
wow.
wait, I was in my boxing shorts, in my boxing shoes, like recording it like this, watching it, and it was no one knows this, but this was like the most dirty fight I ever seen. There was like cheap shots. They were really yelling in their ears, ah, and I don't listen. I just started liking the guy Pascal, and I think Pascal beat SLG 4-1. I think
Okay.
Pascal had a great game plan, make it dirty. SOG is a great boxer, but he said, "Bro, I'm not going to box the boxer. I'm going to make it dirty." And he made it dirty well. Pascal was clutching a lot, so was SOG. But I just feel like we really need to pay attention to the shots landed, who was more dominant, and who really stood their ground. And I feel like even though at times it was weird times where like the round would start, Pascal's here, SOG's here, ding ding ding. SOG's like dead in his face. So it's kind of like, and Pascal who stood his ground. And I feel like we can't take that away from Pascal. I think it's 4-1 Pascal. I think it goes 1 Pascal, 2 SOG, and Pascal dominates. I feel like I just give respect and love to Pascal.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. And well, SOG obviously doesn't think that. Obviously, SOG obviously you know, did an interview on my channel, so all respect to him. But let's just say, how do I put this? How do I put this? Not in a nice way. Uh,
He didn't take it too late.
yeah, yeah, pretty much. You didn't take it
Yeah.
too well. You didn't take it too well. Like, let's just say, I don't know, man. I think obviously you can have like post fight, emotions. I guess. I think that's generally what it is at the end of the day. Just like, oh, I think that's his first loss in SCB as well. I'm pretty sure.
I think that's his first loss in general.
Yeah, that's what I think because he was talking. I remember he told me he was like undefeated and stuff like that, and so
Yeah.
obviously, well, for example, with Slim. I mean, take Slim and Gibb. We'll take a mainstream example. Slim was 7-0,
Yeah.
lost to Gibb, and to be honest, to this day,
Slim has
Slim is
never been the
still,
same.
yeah, to this day, Slim's a bit, salty about the Gibb fight. So
Mhm.
it's obviously tough to have your first loss. Now, I want to talk about yourself. I think I just saw a Twitter post about your next fight, your hit list, and it had a couple names. I think I can't really remember who was on it, but
I can name some for you.
yeah.
So, okay, sorry.
No, you go for it. Go for it.
So since you're a little new, I'm gonna kind of like say the new names first and then the
Yeah.
old names. First, Pascal Logic. That fight has been brewing up since 2024.
Oh yeah.
Do you know the backstory towards that?
Not really.
So basically, I fought my first fight was Teksuke. Don't know you know who that is. I went to Pascal for help because he fought Teksuke a couple months before that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Pascal told Teksuke my game plan. I dominated Teksuke. I felt the type of way, so I called Pascal out to fight.
Wait. So wait.
Mm.
So you were training with him, and then he
No, I
told
wasn't training with him. I asked him for advice.
oh, you're asking about, and then he told your opponent your entire game plan for the
Higher
fight,
game plan.
and you still dominated.
I stood out, but I dropped him in the
That's
first
crazy.
10. First 10 seconds, I dropped him.
Right.
And so I felt that way because it's like, bro, I trusted you with my game plan.
Yeah.
You kind of you told somebody.
Wow.
My opponent at that.
not just somebody, your opponent. Yeah.
My opponent. And so I was gunning for the fight. At times, the fight could have been made because it was either I had a fight plan, he had a fight plan, or we were both just taking breaks. And I feel like 2026 is a perfect time to make it. I was aiming for Breakout 7.
Yeah.
Because we were both free, we were both freshly champions. I was willing to do the double champ status, but he just signed an SLG fight and left me looking for a fight.
Yeah. So hopefully you guys fight. Well, next card is what, March 21st in New Jersey. So hopefully,
Yes.
Is that the plan? Breakout 08?
Hopefully, I'm hearing a lot of things brewing about Pascal. I'm hearing he's in talks with some big names, some real big names, some names I think you would know. And I'm not gonna lie, I whatever he does is like he does. Each way I'm ready. I'm prepared for whoever I get. If I have to fight Pascal on a day's notice, or I have a full camp for someone else, I'm just ready forever. I'm Godspeed, God planning. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think that'll be a good fight because I mean, you're a pretty good fighter. Pascal's obviously a pretty good fighter. Probably you two are probably one of the more technical guys in the scene.
Pascal and technical does not go the same conversation, man.
Like technical, not technical, not as in like take. I guess I used the wrong phrase there. I would say more experience. Experience is the phrase I'm looking for rather than technical.
I guess you say that, yeah.
Yeah, because obviously Pascal, done for what I know, he's done a lot of SCB fights, and he obviously did Outcast fight in the UK as well. So you could say within the SCB he's seasoned, but in terms of technical, as the SOG fight sort of showed, he can make it dirty. And speaking on that, if he does make it dirty, how do you think you would deal with that and make it fall in your favor?
I think that I have the weapons to dominate Pascal. Like I train with guys that like Lee does MMA tactics when they have low hair and shove their head into your chin and have their little hair particles scratch it. I've been through it. I had training camps where I learned how to do it. And not only that, this is just my opinion. I just don't think he ever fought someone that knows how to fight in the clinch. You can see an SLG fight. SLG does not know how to fight in the clinch.
Yeah,
But he's a great boxer, but not a clinch boxer. He's not an all-around fighter. I think I'm one of the most completed people in SCP. Because not only did you guys not see my first fight, I don't know if you've seen it, but I was very sloppy. I just looked slow and fat. Now I kind of work with my own body. Yeah, but sorry to go off topic, but I'm ready. I think when he fights me, it's a whole different game plan. I think I'm the hard. No, AP definitely is the hardest. I think I'll be the second hardest hitter that he fought. I think I'll probably be the best technical person he fought. I think all in all, I'm a Swiss Army knife. I can do everything that he does, but on a higher level.
yeah, for sure. And then, well, in my interview with Pascal, I asked him like on the lines how was SOG. He said his punches really didn't pack a punch. That's what he was telling me. He said obviously SOG is technical boxer, but Pascal was telling me that obviously his punches, didn't really hurt him. So maybe that's why Pascal dominated those later rounds because he realized, oh, he wasn't getting hurt.
He just walked him down.
Yeah, just walked him down and then got the win. Now, I want to speak on the SCB community in general because obviously it's not as well known. What do you think about the SCB sort of family that's been created over the past couple of years?
I think that we're currently in a rebuilding phase.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like SCB before was peak. I feel like if you just had to be there to be there. I wasn't there, but I was kind of like in and out. Bro, SCB was peak. I saw so much of how happy like people were and how people always used to express themselves. Even people who's not even in the scene now, it's just like how it is now versus how it was before. It's just two different scenes.
And would
I think, huh? God.
then would you say obviously we won't go into details, but obviously there's a lot of behind the scenes stuff that did occur that probably halted that. Do you think that played a part in it as well?
The biggest part it can ever play. The biggest part.
Yeah. I did. Obviously, I had other SCB guys. They told me in obviously confidence about the stuff that occurred, and yeah, obviously it's not the best thing in the world, but
Yeah.
you know.
But we're in the rebuilding phase of SCB right now. We're
Yeah.
hoping for a future foundation.
Yeah, for sure. Now I want to talk about yourself and your, let's just say, influencer boxing career. You've obviously your household name within the SCB, but you also want to push yourself even further to a bigger promotion such as the CFL, brand risk one day.
To be honest, when I got into the scene, I never looked at. You said CFO brand risk. I just recently started aiming for brand risk, but like in terms of when I first started, maybe my first and second fight, I didn't really care. I really came to the scene to have fun. I already came to the scene to kind of meet new people, experience new things. Because boxing is actually new for me. I picked up boxing maybe 2 years ago.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, this is something new for me. I didn't see me going to brand risk as of right now. As of now, I kind of see myself going, but before my first join, I didn't see myself joining. But I mean, like as of now, bro, I see everyone has a chance. I think even you have a chance to be like one of the best, like a Fred Beck. I think you could be the next Fred Beck of brand
Thank you,
risk.
man. I appreciate it.
Of course, bro, you're a cool guy, bro. Just talking to you right
Thank
now in
you.
the last 30, 20 minutes. Nothing but great vibes, and you're really good at what you do.
Exactly. I think, well, I'll speak on my own experience as well. A lot of the smaller interviewers, like obviously Fred, big up Fred, he deserves everything, such a hard worker. But, are you aware of like the other like smaller interviewers within the, let's just say, influencer boxing scene? Have you seen like their clips on IFN? Yeah, so the thing is they only do, well, what I've seen, they've only done Misfits fighters. And the problem with that is, one, there's so many Misfits fighters. There's only so many Misfits fighters in an interview. Two, especially when you are smaller, there's so many Misfits fighters you can reach via Zoom because, well, the best time is to obviously go to the events. And obviously I don't have that opportunity. I'm all the way in Australia, unfortunately, my part-time job at a Mexican restaurant doesn't pay that much, so I probably won't be able to fly out, obviously. So when I realized, all right, Misfits, I've got a couple. Don't get me wrong. I've got Yuddy. I'm close with AK. I might get AK on soon. Argentine King. Got Minicon. AT was probably my biggest one. Like
You got AT on?
Yeah, I got AT. I got Anthony Taylor. But okay, I'll tell you the story how I got it later on. But so then I realized, all right, there's probably more than I knew. I always knew about Divine. I always saw this Divine kid pop up on the Misfits time. I was commenting his diss track. And I was like, oh, this guy also boxes. So then, where does he box? Then I saw, oh, Breakout Boxing. What's that? Then I found out all you guys, ran, Waffle, Pat, SOG, Cole.
So bad.
Yeah. That's how I found out about all you guys. And since all you guys responded, and I wanted to maintain consistency because consistency is very important, especially in this game. So obviously build my skills and build more connections, and now hopefully through this consistency, the big and well, not to like really, I don't really care whether you have 128,000 followers or zero followers. I honestly don't care as long as you give me a good interview and we have good vibes like yourself and pretty much all the guests I've had on. As long as it's a good conversation, I don't really mind because at the end of the day, you know, it's a conversation that matters. And you could have like a million followers, but you could pull up. Like, I've heard like from other people that do interviews, they've had like big names, and let's just say when they were on the interview, they weren't really like respectful. They were like quick answers and they like end it and leave. Like,
Oh, what the fuck,
yeah,
bro?
yeah. And what else? Do I have any? Oh, I tried to get Idris on, but his manager wanted some money.
Wow, what,
Yeah,
bro?
yeah,
Come on, like interest. It's not even that entertaining to have get money for.
yeah. But
I think, in my opinion, you're just a guy you can have a conversation with. And even with
exactly.
you, bro, like, I'm enjoying this conversation. I listen. This has been the best 30 minutes of my day so far, man.
Oh, I appreciate you. Yeah, that's what I want to go for because not to be critical or like about anyone else, but I reckon like the smaller guys, maybe because they're like slightly young, I'm not too sure at their age and all that. They seem quite awkward in the interviews, whereas I
I
want to
feel.
be.
My apologies, guys.
Oh no, you go for it.
In my opinion, I think you and one person are dominating SCB, and that's J Sports Sticks. You heard of that guy before? J
Yeah,
Sports
I
Sticks?
interviewed him. I had him on my channel, J
You
Sports.
have?
Yeah,
I was gonna be like, bro, kind of dominate him, bro. J Sports Sticks and you is like kind of. I feel like people be like, fight save SCB. No, we need more people like you and J Sports Six. Allow me, you guys, not interviewing the fighters, but bringing a whole nother POV of the fighters that we never got before. And the way
exactly.
you can even break down a fight, or you can even break down a fighter, you and J Sports Six does it the best. I feel like too many
Yeah,
people want to be fighters.
Jay's
We
yeah
need more
Jay's
people.
Jay's interviews are really good. I like Jay's. Jay's is probably one of the best. But like obviously, but he's not one of the guys that just in Misfits Fighters. By the way, Jay's is not like that. I mean, he did, but like it's sort of different. He doesn't really do the
He's
interviews
not the
now.
same type of as them.
Yeah, and
I
then
agree.
obviously, well, main card obviously did
Now
interviews,
my go main card, he's also not one.
and Lil Lil Joey, that's his name, right?
Yeah, shout out my
Yeah,
guy Lil Joey.
I watched a couple of his little talks for like inspiration because especially that I didn't really know how to interview the SCB because obviously SCB guys because obviously like Ben Davis, BL, all these people like they have like a lot more background, like easier to find background. Like
Mm-hmm.
for example with Ben, I talked about like obviously he went to ASU and stuff, linked back to obviously his come up and all that. Obviously SCB guys is a bit let's just say more difficult to find like background information because I do my research on all my interviews. So
Hmm.
is so it allowed me to sort of think on my feet and ask like questions through like your answers. Like I'll give you an example. When I interviewed Waffle, so I was talking about the Sword 7 event he fought at the exhibition, and then he mentioned his family. So then I asked the question about his family, and that's what I posted on. I posted a clip on him talking about his family. It was like quite a wholesome clip. So it turned out it was quite good. So I'm just kind of learning on the job, and hopefully more things to come.
Listen, if this was a job, I think you deserve a raise in your first week, bro.
Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate the words, man.
Of course, bro. I like the way you're doing it, bro. Because to be honest, I feel like in SCB we don't give enough people like all we do is talk about fighting, fighting, fighting. We don't talk about our backgrounds enough. So
Exactly.
even
Everyone has
doing
like
it, yeah, got it.
yeah, yeah,
I got it.
yeah. Everyone had like a story, and well, we're going a bit off topic here, but I'll talk about this. Like IFN.
Mhm.
Firstly, I appreciate you. Then whenever I have Misfits Fighters on, I have a guy that I send like clips to. He always posts it, so firstly, I appreciate IFN. Appreciate. Actually, I don't even know this guy's real name, by the way. He's just some guy. I said, oh, I just send him clips and he just posts it, so But the one thing I don't really like because I asked them what were they looking for, and it was all about fighting, who they're fighting, you know, opponents. What do you think about this fight? What do you think about that fight? It's like all like the, let's just say, basic
Oh, the
questions.
finding questions.
It's just like, who are you gonna like with Ben and BL, right? Ben told me this. He was like, he liked my interview because I didn't ask him once, who do you want to fight? Because I know he's been asked that question hundreds of times. Same with BL. BL was telling me like, oh, I don't do interviews. Everyone asks me the same questions, but you ask me different questions. I talked more about the background because like everyone asks, oh, who are you gonna fight? Who are you gonna fight? Obviously, with you guys, I do ask that question. I still do ask that question just to get the clips, obviously. But for the most part, I try to refrain from it if it's been asked too many times. But since you guys have done either little to some people's like first interviews as well,
Mm-hmm.
I think it's okay to ask that. But if I interview like say Argentinian King, I've had him on 3 times.
Oh,
Yeah, I've had him on 3 times. So obviously the first time I asked that, but now we talk about more other stuff. Like again, it doesn't feel like an interview. It feels like you're just a casual conversation. That's what it
over the
ended up.
first.
Yeah, just like now. Sorry, just got a bit off topic, but yeah, just had to explain all that.
I definitely get that. I like that. I really do like. Sorry if I keep
Yeah.
adjusting the belt. This belt's heavy.
Uh,
But yeah.
yeah. I want to ask you a more, let's just say, a different question because I learned this when I was interviewing the SCB guys. Is that you guys actually don't get paid, don't get paid for your fights? So what is? So my question is to why do you still fight even though you're not getting paid or getting a form of monetary value from it, like for you personally?
Well, there's 3 reasons to answer this. I'm gonna answer this the best way I can. If it wasn't for SCB, would you know who I am? Like, would you know who I was?
No,
If someone would have asked you about JDM, would you know who JDM was?
no.
Secondly, I don't make a lot of content on YouTube, but when I do post on YouTube, do they get like millions of thousands of posts, or am I like worldwide known at all? And
Not
thirdly,
necessarily.
yeah, and thirdly, like I said before, I'm doing it for the love of the game, bro. I just like, first of
Yeah.
all, not only do I not love Breakout Boxing, I just love. I used to be like a big Misfits fan. Like I used to
Mm.
be a big KSI fan. And I'm still a big Nissan Gift fan and Soul Poppy fan.
No, give.
So even when I see like a
Okay.
community that mocks Misfits,
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, bro, I felt home here. I like the people who runs the company. I like the people who fights in the community. I like a lot of people who fights in the community. I like the people. I like the dreams people have
Yeah.
to do what they do. Even you, bro. I like you because, bro, I like the
Yeah.
idea of what you're doing with this. I love it.
Thank
So I
you. I
feel like
appreciate it.
exactly when I see you do it, I was like, bro, I have to get on, bro. Like I feel like us having this conversations, we're both getting aura. This is aura farming right here.
Exactly. Exactly. I'm surprised a lot of people actually knew who I am because I think I just randomly commented in what's his name? I was in his stream yesterday. I forgot his name. Bopfi, is that his name? Bopfi?
Bopfi.
Bopfi.
Thursday? Yes.
Yeah, yeah. And I was like, and anyway, I just say, oh, big up, you know. I recognized him from the main event poster. Then he was like, oh, keep doing what you're doing. Like I've seen the interview, like, oh, you know. So would you say a lot of people, from your knowledge, like know me?
Of course.
Nah, that's crazy,
Bro, you're
bro.
like, listen, I think it's called small credit boxing for a reason. It's small.
Yeah,
So
that's
even what
true.
you're doing, bro, we all seen the waffle. We like most of the breakup people saw the waffle one. We saw the Cold Stern one.
Yeah,
I saw the 18 one. Only a little bit. I don't remember all of it.
yeah,
Bro, and we were like, personally, me, I was like, bro, I like this guy, bro. Like he knows what he's talking about. He gives me Jay Sports Tick vibes. I love Jay to death.
yeah. Jace is so good.
Such a
Yeah,
great guy. Yeah, and I just like what you're doing with this, bro. I enjoy like I enjoy watching interviews. And believe me or not, I think this is my second ever interview ever.
yeah.
So immediately, like, I thought you were gonna ego me, be like, oh, I don't know if you can get interviewed. But I was like, oh. As soon as you said yes, I was like, oh my god, I'm blessed.
Now I wanna sort of talk about your thoughts. Obviously, you mentioned you're a Misfits fan, and let's just say Misfits has had I also has had a good year when they produced events, but obviously not as many events as they did last year, especially in America. Uh, what do you think? What do you think about Misfits doing less shows in America, and would you like them to do more?
I mean, they might come up biasly, but I want to see more USA events only mostly because there's so many USA guys they have. They have Cash Anderson, correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, Amir, Wade.
Yeah, I'm tired of Mir fighting in the UK. I'm tired of Wade fighting in the UK. I want to see a real US event. Like I want to see, like for
Hmm.
example, I want to see Aaron the Plumber. Price I want like 185. I want to see like an Aaron the Plumber versus some random. I want to see like some. I want to see like a Wade the Plim versus somebody. I want to see like a Divine Xavier.
Exactly, yeah, Divine, and all the SEB guys will be pulling up to that fight, 100%.
I think Misfits would make more money than they made in the UK if they came to the US. That's just my own opinion.
As long as they market it in the way for the US, because like I don't know, not to like critique or anything, but like looking at it from a marketing standpoint, for example, right? The US like US events like Misfits 13. I'll give you an example. Fox is amazing, like great,
Of
but
course.
especially from that time in his where he was as a career, not just coming up, and probably wasn't the biggest in terms of names wise as he is now, to have a main event in America, because America is very much more harder, much more difficult to tackle than the UK. Because first of all, this is a UK company, so and then second of all, I think you need those bigger names or bigger American names, especially from their hometown or the surrounding areas. Because another key difference is, let's just say a fight, Mrs. fights in, I don't know, Newcastle, for example, and there's some guy in Manchester. From that guy from Manchester to Newcastle, like it's a couple hours on the train, or a couple hour drive, or like it isn't too bad in terms to get there. Whereas like compared to America, like say there's an event in Miami, for example, and you live in LA, you have to take a whole flight there, you know?
But then you gotta understand, like with a Wade Plim, they want us to fly over to the UK to watch Wade Plim fight, or even a Fox G fight.
Mm,
And
yes,
even though
true.
I don't agree with it, and I understand that as a UK company, I do feel like there's so many US guys that will love the box. Like
Yeah,
like I can ask you, you live in Australia. If can you make an Australia Mistress card right now from the top of your head?
no chance.
I
I
can
I,
name
I
you.
think the only Australian that fought was, remember Misfits '01. I am Thompson versus Sam Hyde. I
Yeah,
am
there was
Thompson is
actually two. I'm sorry to cut you off, but there
no,
was a
no, all
second
good, all
one.
good. No,
His name is Zuckles. Oh, his name is Zuckles. He's like the OG Fortnite creators. Yeah.
Oh, and I think, well, oh, that woman that ran into the ring after Carla Jade's fight.
Oh
What her
my god.
name? I know. As soon as she started like screaming, I could hear the Aussie accent. I was like that. She's definitely Australian. I think Barbie is also. I think I'm not too sure.
Barbie's like strictly American, but I can give you my five US Misfits like fights right now.
Yeah, go for it. Go for
Now,
it.
now I want you to give me the scenario. Where are we at? What year are we in? Anything? Let me hear it. Colorado. Oh, I got a perfect one for you.
And budget wise, I don't want to say unlimited, but let's just say like a hefty budget,
Aha.
a pay
Okay.
per view style budget.
So first, we all know the guy's name's Scam Lightly.
Yeah.
He's heavily tied with Terrence Crawford. If Scam Likely goes on to fight in Colorado, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, is not too far from what is that called where Terrence Crawford's from? Nebraska. I believe they're kind of close. I believe Terrence Crawford will come out to watch Scam Likely fight as a main event. That's who he's fighting in the main event against. Aaron the Plumber. Scam Likely versus Aaron the Plumber, the main event in Colorado.
Mm-hmm.
Second fight. I would like to see Wade Plim versus. Now this is a hefty name that I feel like a lot of people will agree with. Is he a cruiser or is he heavyweight? Correct me if I'm wrong.
Wade, I think he's. Whoa. I think cruiser, no? Like the upper end of cruiser.
I remember that one guy he fought was heavy.
Messiah.
So we're just gonna say heavyweight.
Yeah, we'll say heavyweight. I think it was heavyweight, like low end though.
Yeah, probably. HS Tiki Taki, or there's another fat guy I know.
Well, HS. Well, if we were doing this 2026, obviously HS is a bit of a problem now because
Oh yeah, he's in jail.
Yeah.
Wade playing versus Le'Veon Bell to finish it, the kind of crown the heavyweight tournament.
Is would you like speaking on Le'Veon? Le'Veon fought a couple times on Misfits. Is he massive in America? Would you say?
I mean, he's an NFL superstar.
The NFL,
he was
yeah.
one. And I feel like if they even went to Pittsburgh, he'll sell out Pittsburgh instantly.
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta think about what he did with Tristan Ham. Him and Tristan Ham did kind of numbers over here.
Yeah, I want to see Tristan. Yeah, I mean, yeah, we haven't seen a lot of these. I haven't seen Tristan in a while.
Yeah.
I haven't seen
UK,
Craig in a while. I haven't seen Yeti in a while.
It's in the UK, and plus Memphis barely hold events.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm glad you actually said that. My next fight, you ready?
All right.
Tristan Ham versus Deliver. No, how much does the Liver King weigh?
That guy looks heavy.
He looks heavy. But Tristan also fights at like 185.
And isn't he still on the? Well, he was on the steroids. Not sure what that situation is now.
Yeah. Fuck it. Tristan Ham versus King Kenny, if the weight makes sense.
Oh yeah, King Kenny. I mean, you could have like a storyline. Well, he still had one fight in America, which he did win. DK money. That could be like a little storyline, like, oh, King Kenny undefeated in America, or something like that. He's just going to make something out of it.
Literally. And I got you another one. You ready?
Yeah.
Fox to G versus. Dude, this is a hard one right here. Fox. It's a tricky one, but not so tricky. Fox to G versus. He just got released from thing. He just got released. And he fights on 135 from the UFC because he missed the weight against Aljo. Brian Ortega. He's a UFC guy. He was a UFC superstar. 135.
Oh yeah. Wow, that'd be a tough fight very tough fight for Fox, I would say.
It will put him up there. He wants to keep challenging himself and versus Brian Ortega. And my last fight to make, I don't feel like this is a no-brainer. Divine Xavier versus not Logan Paul.
Oh yeah. That would be
Ma'am Taylor, you know my act. Let me be a matchmaker.
Bro, matchmaking. Yeah, I mean, there's probably a lot of other people that go through the matchmaking, but I'll speak on Misfits again. I'll ask you this question. I'll give you my opinions on it since we're on the topic of Misfits. What do you make of the current state of the Misfits women's division? Because let's just say it's quite unsaturated at the moment, and as it was like last year, I think it was like quite big. Like obviously but Brooke, but she's retired now. Julie Polka's come up. That's what I've heard. Or like she's retired, or she probably isn't gonna come back anytime soon. Like Julie Polka, like the Kingpin tournament, like definitely brought in more male stars, but obviously right now it's quite silent. What do you make of it? And do you hope to, it gets back up and running soon?
In my opinion, I think Ellie Brooks was the savior of women's division. She was the savior. Yeah. Like in my opinion, hot take, Ella Brooks to me, not Logan Paul.
Maybe. Generally.
Bro. She has pop, bro. She is
Julie Polka is crazy as well.
She is crazy. I think if she would fight in the men's division, she could be a lot of the guys. Yeah. Like she would just not Logan Paul. But I think she could be a lot of people.
Yeah. But like obviously,
what's your opinions on it?
Like the Misfits women's division now. Yeah, I'll definitely clip this one. Quite unsaturated if I'm being honest. Like Carla's really good. I really like Carla. Like she's really good on the mic. But I'll be honest, like her opponents, like with all due respect, don't excite me.
I agree.
And I think Carla's a very good company person, never back down a fight. Well, according to Mans, she said, "Oh, she's like a good company person." I said, "Never back out of a fight or something like that."
Yes.
Oh,
I just think she's corny.
what do you mean by that? You don't want me asking.
I just think she's corny. Like when Carly
Okay.
G talks, it's just like get the mic back, bro. Like we'll just see you fight later.
That's true. I like the way Carla's on the mic. I think it's quite funny. But yeah,
Well, this
sometimes
is
it
not
can be
bad.
sometimes it
I'm
can
sorry.
get a bit corny. But like same with like what's his like during KSI fight, he always yells I'm the night. I mean, I think you
I'm the
do
nightmare.
I'm the
K
night
is why.
yeah, something like that. So I think everyone says kind of a bit corny, but like at least she's trying, as opposed to being like, quite rigid. And also like
Sorry. Sorry, go ahead.
and the fights as well. Like after a fight, she was like, "Who do you want?" Like the next potential matchup is Jenny Savage. I'm like,
City
but she's
Savage?
0-1, bro. I know, no, nothing against Jenny, right? But like you have a Misfits champ who defended a belt twice, right?
Mm.
Surely you put a bigger star. And I did make a tweet about this. I was looking through like, I think she weighs 115 pounds, something like that. So I was looking at like retired UFC people, and do you know the Polish one, the Polish woman, Joanna?
Amanda Nunes?
Not Amanda Nunes.
I think
Joanna,
I
I
do
don't know her
know.
name, but she's Polish.
I don't know, but is she like a legend?
She was like one of the best in her weight class, well, according to the what I read.
Then
And,
throw
I,
her in
and she
there.
had like what 2 mil followers as well, so huge name, and from Poland as well. And Misfits have had Polish stars, Nathan and Amadeus. If they
Oh
set
my
up
god, we said Nathan.
Nathan, I'm just saying if they set up an event in Poland,
That's
that is
true.
numbers, bro. That is numbers, 100%. Obviously, SCV is very like purely male dominated. Would one day do you think it would possibly be potential, SCV female fight? Do you think that could ever
We
be
have
possible?
a well, sadly no. We do have a girl fight, bro.
Like in the talks, or you've had one
No, they had one.
for breakout?
No, get back boxing.
Oh, I meant for like breakout. I think I saw the Get
Breakout?
Back Boxing one.
I mean, I don't know if you know, but you should not know who this person is. Brooklyn Barwick.
Ooh, no idea what that is.
Yeah, you should. You don't want to know who that is. Brooklyn Barwick. She was like really big at SCB at one point, and I remember she used to beg to be on Breakout, and Breakout would deny her because like she did a lot of weird shit. But I feel like that was the best chance of us ever having a female fight, like Brooklyn
Yeah.
Barwick.
Hmm. What is your best quote or piece of advice you've ever heard or received?
Oh my god, this is like the Kai Snap most motivational speech. All right.
Yeah.
Basically my quote is put your faith in God and God puts faith in you.
Take care. Enjoy the rest of your day. And well, the Zoom's
You
about
too,
to end
bro.
anyways in a minute. So take care. Thank you
Take
very
care.
much. Bye
Of
bye.
course, brother.
Peace.
Peace.